I have a special guest tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I told you I have an awesome guest. This is Miss Ali. She have a story for us to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
We got Ali and Johnson in the ring right now, right?
That's true.
If anybody don't know who I am, I'm Khalila Camacho Ali, former wife of Muhammad Ali. And I got a story to tell.
I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah. You giving me flashbacks coming into this boxing room. This gym.
Well, I know you spend some time in gyms, married to one of the greatest men that ever walked into a boxing gym. So
yeah.
I'm sure that you spend some time in a lot of gyms and have a lot of experience.
Yes.
But our audience want to know a lot about the greatest man that ever put gloves on. They want to know a little bit about him.
Well, you know what? There's a saying. Everybody always asks him this question. Who was the toughest fight you ever had? And he always says, my wife. Me. And it's possible.
Hey, listen, that's a good answer.
That's a good answer. It's a true answer, too.
We all lose that fight.
Yes, we do. Always. It was 10 years of excitement, moments, tragedy, conflict, deceit, and then, of course, no divorce ends on a good note.
Right,
so,
right.
But when it's all said and done, and when you go home, he's my friend.
Right.
He's the father of my children. I'm the mother of his children, and we all still communicate.
That's good.
And we all sit back and laugh at the old days.
Good.
So that's the bottom line on that.
Where is he now? How is his health?
Well, he's in Scottsdale, Arizona, because of the dry heat, the weather, and because of his Parkinson's disease. He's barely making it. He's lasted longer than a lot of people with Parkinson's.
Right.
Over 30 years.
Right.
So he's hanging in there, and he's got his family around him and everything. So he's doing pretty good. Every once in a while, he'll crack a smile. He doesn't travel as much as he used to. He go to his grandchildren's, venues, like our grandson Biagio. He's a football player for Bishop Gorman High School.
Okay.
in Nevada. And he also he's number 7. He's a great football player. He's one of the most valuable players.
Do you know the position he plays?
Ooh, that's a tough one. He always on the outside, on the ends.
Probably a receiver.
Yeah, it might be.
Is on the offensive side or the defensive side?
I think it's defense. I don't know much about football.
I can tell.
But I know he did a 92-yard touchdown for his grandfather one day when Ali was there.
Okay, so that sounds like he playing on the offensive side.
Oh, he was unbelievable. I'm so proud of him.
That's
we both
good.
are.
That's good.
And his other grandson, which is Biagio's brother, Nico,
right,
he chose to be a boxer.
No.
Believe it or not, he chose to be a boxer.
How old is he?
He's 15.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to have a fight, in April. But and he's had 2 good fights. And he's only 15. He's a big guy.
Is he carrying the Ali last name?
Well, it was Nico Ali Walsh. And
Walsh,
we might as well. That's the grandfather. So
right.
I think it would be wise to carry his name.
Right.
And he really wants to try it. And I think he should, just do the best he can do. You never know what happened.
Right.
The genes,
the
you know what I
genes
mean?
is there.
Yeah, the genes is there. I mean, he's planting the seed. He might as well. And Nico is a really kind, good person. He's not really aggressive and anything, but Ali wasn't either.
Right,
so
right.
things can happen,
Right,
and I'm
right.
praying for him.
That's
so I'm
good.
kind of happy about that.
That's good. All right, let's talk about the thing that been in the news a lot. Knowing if you follow the Ali story, they talk a lot about him being a womanizer. And do you have any experience with that?
Oh yeah, yeah. He was a womanizer. That it ended our
accurate.
marriage. Yeah, it ended our marriage doing that.
Oh.
But you know, when you grew up in the world knowing boxing, and he didn't really had that much time to fraternize with
Right.
women and having girlfriends and all that. He was basically studying his boxing, so he didn't get a chance to roll his oats like a normal person would.
Right.
I'm not giving him an excuse for
Right,
it,
right.
but that's what happened.
You have grown and have get some understanding
Yeah.
and at a different and a better place
Yes.
with that. So
Yes.
you're not as angry and as caught up on that as you
Exactly,
was
not-
in the
no.
early days.
And
I
I've had
understand.
time to heal my wounds and everything,
Right.
but people are going to be who they want to be, and that's a choice men make. And
Right.
sometimes they make bad choices.
We all make bad choices.
We all make bad
Mistakes
choices, and we
and
do.
all
We
that,
all
yeah.
make mistakes. We
Right.
all go through something. It's up to us to come out of it and set yourself straight. And some people just never learn and never come out of it.
Right,
He
right,
just
right.
never came out of it.
Right.
He was forced to get out of it
Right.
by a crippling disease such as the Parkinson's. But in the meantime, a legend hears it that he's made a stand and a good moment in life for an athlete, and he, test time and became one of the greatest legends of all times and focused on what he wanted to do. And it's a good lesson for young people
Right.
to be focused on what Ali focused on so he could be the best he could be.
Well,
He's
Ali,
a great example for
Ali's a
that.
great example for a lot of
Yes.
things. I mean, he's a great boxer, but for me, my biggest love for him is not so much inside the ring. It's more what he did out. I mean, not inside the ring, but what he did outside the ring.
Yes, outside.
All the stuff that he did for human rights.
Human rights, yes.
Taking a stand of not going into the army.
Very
because-
bold stand. Very bold
because,
stand.
I wanted to do it, you didn't accept me, and now you kind of want to force me to do it. So I have very good understanding and a lot of respect for him for what he stands for. But all of the stuff that happened means more to me than the actual boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I will always be a fan of his.
let me know. Let me know, what do you know about that? The act, where with the army, and when they want him to go to the army and he take a stand that he's not going.
It was because of his religious beliefs, and he was around religious people, the religion that was very controversial during that period, and that actually helped him make this decision. And I, for one, tried to explain to him why Muslims were conscientious objectors. So that's how that happened.
Right. Well, he did what he thought was the right thing for him to do. He lost some time in boxing because of that. And they took his license and everything, and he lost his prime. Most people believe that was his prime of his career. And he made a comeback, and he still was able to go on and conquer great things, did great things in boxing. So he have a great story, and we're going to continue to talk about it.
Yes.
Right after this.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, whoa! We are back, and we have some more interesting story to share with you. Let's talk about how you met Ali.
You know what? In every movie, in every book they ever wrote about me meeting Ali, says he met me in a bakery. Wrong. He met me when I was 10 years old. He was 18. he had just won the Golden Gloves. No, he had just won the Olympics in Rome, Italy in 1960.
Okay.
He heard about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's venue, Muslims from Florida. And he decided to come to Chicago to his headquarters to meet his businesses and his empire.
Right.
That's how we met. He came there and he said, I was 10, and he said, I'm going to be the heavyweight champion of the world before I'm 21. Get your autographs now. And I go, wow. How does he know he's going to do that?
Right.
Right? I said, this guy is unbelievable. And he said, and then he scribbled his name, Cassius Clay, and he put it on a little piece of paper. I'm sure how he did it. Put it on there, he signed the Cassius Clay. And I said, this your name? What did you say your name was? And he said, Cassius Marcellus Clay. And I said, Cassius Marcellus, isn't that like Roman names?
Yeah.
Do you know what the Romans did to people?
Right. What did he say?
And your name is Clay, like dirt you mold.
Right.
And you proud of this? And he go, yeah. And I said, let me tell you something. I want you to do this. You take this back with you. When you learn and have a name of culture and have a name of respect and honor, then you can come back and you can talk to me. But until that,
Thank you.
You go, what?
And you were 10.
Yeah. He go, what? He couldn't believe it. He go, do you know what she did? Who was a girl?
You made an impression.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was shocked. And it's like, it put like a target right on my forehead from then on. And he was always looking for the little Indian girl. Where's she at? He said, man, you can't mess with her. That's Lieutenant Raymond's daughter. You don't want to mess with, you don't want to go there with that. The man is, no, you don't want to face that guy.
Right.
And he said, no? He said, no, you leave that one alone. She's the princess of Islam. Leave her alone.
Wow.
I said, really? So, of course, men are curious. They always want to have something they can't have.
Right.
The curiosity kept coming back.
Yeah.
That's how we met. That was the first time. It wasn't about marriage or anything like that then. It was about the knowledge he had, and I couldn't believe he... But then I found later on that this Cassius Marcellus Clay was a abolitionist, and he was for freeing slaves and everything, which I think was in his part. I think it was a good reason.
Right.
But on my part, I literally thought of the Roman Empire. So so I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
But he was impressed, and that's what made him focus on me. And then we came back. I was 15 and 16, and this is a picture of us when I was 16. See, I was 16. This is my first date. Okay, and that was back in those days. We, Muslims don't date. Physical date. We always have chaperones around us and things like that.
Okay.
So
that was your first date?
Yeah.
Where did you guys go?
We went to a friend's house. Matter of fact, on there is at a friend's house having dinner. His brother was with us, and it was escorted by another brother that my father assigned.
That's how they do things back then.
Yeah, that's back then. That's in the Muslim world. They did that. They escorted you everywhere you go. You never go anywhere with a man alone. So,
okay,
I got some of those mannerisms in my coloring book here, Color to Learn, right?
Yeah.
This is a great book to teach manners to all ages.
And we're going to talk about that the next time you come back.
Yeah, we can come back.
I want you back again because you are a fascinating lady. You have so much stories that I will continue to talk about time and time again.
I have a lot of fun. My journey of life should be written in a book soon, and I'm going to be telling you about different stories nobody talks about.
Okay.
And, you know, meeting great people, kings and queens, and traveling the world, you know, and the different countries, and meeting people in different lands and languages. I love all that. It's been a great journey.
Yeah. I could tell that you really.
And you're from
enjoy
Jamaica,
that.
right?
I'm from Jamaica.
I loved it. Ali and I was the guest of Michael Manley.
Really?
Yes. And
I didn't know that.
wife, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we
That's
was there
big.
in Jamaica. It was huge. And my little son, we had little Muhammad. He was a young toddler. So was Michael Manley's daughter, Natasha.
Right.
And that was like his first girlfriend. So that's in chapter 29.
Yeah, right.
So that was kind of cute.
Yeah,
Meeting
that's
Michael
nice.
Manley and you know, meeting Baby Doc from Haiti and Gaddafi from Libya, and you know, I met
Wow.
these wonderful people.
Wow.
And the president of Malaysia was a Muslim, Mohammed, and just meeting a lot of people.
Wow. So you travel all over the world and meet
And I loved it. Yes.
everybody that was there to meet at that time.
I was able to go to Africa and go to safari in Africa, and that was run by the Congo, which is called Kinshasa,
Right.
and Zaire, and meeting President Mobutu Sese Seko.
Right.
It was very interesting.
What a name.
What a name! Unbelievable. I love meeting people from different lands and different countries. Fidel Castro, we went to Cuba and we met Fidel Castro. He's unbelievable person.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not in the political world or anything.
Right.
If a person like Donald Trump can go for presidency, I think I'll try it one day.
Yeah, right. I don't see why not.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't vote for you.
I'll get.
I mean, all you have to do is say the same thing
say
he
the
said.
same thing he
yeah,
said.
just say all the same things he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
and say, I almost support you.
Yeah, I'm a support.
You think it will work?
We need a better government. We need a better leaders. We need leaders that can negotiate.
Yeah, you know, for me,
I
was never a politician type
Yeah.
person because, I don't know, it all just seemed to me so,
Yeah.
things that don't really have to do with much of anything. Because
Yeah.
what much change? It doesn't, the party change and
Yeah.
the party gets successful when they change from one to the next.
Yes.
But how much really changed with the people?
It need to be a better way of conducting themselves as politicians. I must give all my politicians a book to teach them manners, because
Yeah, right.
to have a government to negotiate, there's nothing in the world that we cannot negotiate.
That's what I say.
When you don't negotiate, then you're bringing evil inside the people.
Right.
And God has given us an intelligence
Right.
to be able to negotiate anything. Because
Anything.
we were created to be intelligent, to communicate and negotiate.
Right.
Without negotiation, then there's war.
Right.
And this is what we try to avoid. We need a
Exactly.
president that will take away war, because they're still building arms of ultimate destruction that can hurt both of us.
Exactly.
And I think more, if we can get out of if we can get into teaching more manners, then negotiation will be possible.
That's what I always said.
Mm-hmm.
Two reasonable people should not have a problem working out whatever issue.
Exactly.
Somebody have to be unreasonable for
That's
the
right.
issue not to be worked out.
Somebody need to compromise
So-
and submit to.
Exactly. So
Peace.
we need people who can actually speak, negotiate, stop being unreasonable, and see the point of each other,
Yeah.
and work on something in between that can solve the problem, instead of just stick with what you believe and what your point is,
Yeah.
and get the next person's point, like they're not alive and they don't have feelings and they're not a part of the world.
Exactly.
And then when you're not happy with what the result is, you say, let's destroy them.
Yeah. And we need people who's going to do right by people.
Exactly.
Laws are here to be made so it would not hurt anyone, no matter
Exactly.
what the race or color is. So we have to have politicians to make sure these laws are enforced, but enforced for peace. Only for
Exactly.
peace. Yeah.
Exactly. And with that said,
Yeah.
we have another piece to bring back to you
Right.
in a few minutes.
Behind closed doors.
She's beating on me while we're gone too. See, we are back and I'm still taking a beating.
Yeah, son, listen, almost took a beating. He took a beating too.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's on
Yeah.
the list and fight. What happened in that?
I didn't want Ali to fight. Fighting was fun. Saying listening scared me.
Yeah.
I said, no, I said, I need to write something to scare Sonny Liston.
Yeah.
And I wrote a
What
poem
did you
for
do?
Ali because I didn't like him.
Yeah.
And Ali, he used to when he put bear trap
Right.
on Sonny Liston's front yard.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I said, why does he do that? He tries to intimidate you.
Right.
He say
right.
he's kind and nice and everything, but he want to make you so mad because when you get mad, you can't think.
Of course.
Okay.
Right.
Karate people the same way. You get
Yeah.
mad, you can't think.
Right.
That's why wrestlers get off beating up each other. They get mad and get intimidated.
Right.
And they start throwing them around.
Start doing all kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he did that, I said, oh, I got something for him. He said, you going to fight Sonny Liston? I had to come up with something. I said, read this to Sonny Liston. Make him mad. He
Yeah.
said, what? I said, this is the legend of Cassius Clay, the most beautiful fighter in the world today. This fierce fight's great. He's got speed and endurance. But if you're trying to sign to fight him, increase your insurance. This kid's got a left. This kid's got a right. Look at the kid care to fight. All the crowd's getting frantic. There's not enough room. There Ali lost the boom. Who would have thought when they came to the fight, they'd see a spook satellite. No one would dream when they put down their money, they'd see a total eclipse of the sunny. There he is,
The man we talk about
Muhammad Ali.
is right above us.
Yeah. Yeah,
And in the same picture and the same fight.
that's right.
Sonny Liston.
Knocked him right out. I was so glad.
I know
Ali-
you were.
and
That's one of his threatening fight that just before he established himself.
You know what made me really laugh?
What?
Because he says, I'm going to whoop you if I lose and you win. He was telling Sonny, listen,
Right.
I will get down on my knees, kiss your feet, tell you the greatest, and take the first plane out of the country. That's what he said he was going to do. And
Wow.
Ali had that thought in his mind that when he knocked him out and he didn't get up, he said,
I don't have to leave the country.
I'm so bad. Wasn't that good? He's glad he didn't have to leave the country. That was the whole motivation behind
I
that.
know, right?
He's hilarious. The guy he's intimidating. I mean, who calls people bears? Who does that?
Yeah, that's weird. He's
But
a special man.
You know, Ernie Terrell, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I remember Ernie Terrell said, I ain't going to call you. I'm going to call you what your mama called you, Cassius Clay.
Right.
And he whooped that band so bad.
What's my name?
Yeah, he made, who talks in the ring? Nobody
know,
talks in
I
was
know.
just running his mouth.
What's my name?
Yeah, what's my name?
And he beat him
and
into
beat him into
apology.
submission.
Yeah.
And then
That was awesome.
And then I saw Ernie Terrell later, years later, and I asked Ernie Terrell, I said, Ernie Terrell, when Ali hit you, did it really hurt? He
Yeah.
said, you kidding me? He said, yeah, it hurt. It hurt real bad.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, people today try to do things to sell fights and try to, be a lot of things, but they don't have the class that Ali did it with. I mean, he did it so different.
Yeah,
and
it was classical.
It was classical. I mean, things that you can enjoy. Now it's a bunch of carrying on, fighting all the time.
It's
and
boring.
cursing, saying all
Yeah,
kind of things you don't want your
what
kids to
kids to
hear,
hear.
and stuff like that.
Ali was clean.
When
He
Ali
was
speak,
clean. He was clean.
everyone could hear it
Yeah.
and enjoy it and have a good understanding of where he was coming
Yeah,
from.
it was
Either you
clean
like
fighting.
him or you don't like him,
Yeah.
but it was not something that you have to shun your kids from. So
That's right, exactly.
That's a lot of respect
I
that I have
I
for
think
him.
because of that, a lot of women got involved in looking at boxing.
Right.
Because of that.
Right.
Because of
They have charisma.
the man is like a pure. I've asked him, what made him do that?
Yeah.
And he said a long time ago, I went to a wrestling match and I went to go see Gorgeous George. He was a wrestler.
Right.
He was a handsome guy.
Back in the day,
blonde
yeah,
hair.
right.
He'd
I
have,
heard that
Ali
story.
said that he had chicks on each arm, pretty blonde girls, and they just hated him so bad for combing his hair, combing his so. He said, "I'm going to do that," and he brought it right into boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked.
I sure did. And he became a legend behind a lot of what he do.
Half the fight is over. Just
Right.
the intimidation alone takes away the fighter's confidence.
Man, listen, we have so much to talk about.
I know.
I have to invite you back. We have to do another conversation, another interview to cover some of the stories you have. But now, we're going to have to leave you.
But you know what?
Not for long.
But you want to know something? I'll tell the time when I knocked Ali out.
You got that
Oh, that's chapter number 32.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Don't
though.
miss it.
It was a surprise. I'm glad I came out all pretty.
Still pretty.
It's nice meeting you.
Oh,
Thank you,
same
brother.
here,
Thank
same
you.
here, same here. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
And we definitely have to do this again.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, TV audience, for
Indulge.
TV talk boxing, right?
Talk boxing, Glen
TV
Johnson. It's a
Glen
it's a
Johnson's, he's awesome.
hit. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's the thing to
You
do.
got out just in time.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Yes, sir.
It's a thing to do.
Well,
Don't
I'll be
miss it.
back.
And she be back. And I'm not leaving.